Now, I've been hearing so much about this new tool called Buzz all over Twitter, and it is a product by Block, and Block, formerly known as Square, which is, the financial service provider for consumers and merchants. Very, very popular company founded by Jack Dorsey, who basically co-founded Twitter, which is now X. And they released Block on the 21st of July. It's a free open source collaboration platforms where humans and AI agents can work together in a shared workspace. So you don't have to pay for anything. There's no pricing behind this. And it's basically like having Slack and having all of your different AI agents that you work with, Claude Code, Codex, Cursor. You can even integrate other things like, for example, Kimi K3. And you can basically create all of these like little mini agents. So for example, this is Claude Code using the vidIQ MCP. This is the Mobbin MCP. This is the Higgsfield MCP. These are like three default agents that Buzz gives us. And I can create these different channels on the left, similar to what you can do with Slack. And for example, in this inspo channel, I can write something like, hey, Mobbin agent, I'm building a directory website similar to Toolfolio, and I need design inspiration. Please search Mobbin and find 5 homepage inspirations for me. And basically it gives me a reply and it finds all of these different inspirations for me because it's connected to my Mobbin account. And so in today's video, I want to do a deeper dive into this. I want to show you how to set this up, how to start talking to your first agents, how to build teams with different agents, and also potentially show a few use cases specifically for design engineers. So guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into it. All right, so to get started, what you want to do is you want to visit buzz.xyz. And over here at the top right, we have this button that says get the app. So you can just click on that and that automatically downloads the app to your machine. And basically you're going to get a screen like this. I already created my own community. So that's why you see it over here, but you can create your own community by just clicking on this black button down here. And that's going to prompt you to give it a name, give it an image, describe it a little bit, and also choose the first agents, which are some default agents that Buzz gives you. And so as an initial screen, you're going to get this welcome message from Fizz, who is one of these default agents. And he's basically asking the other agents to give an introduction sentence or two. And if you click on these replies, you see all of these different introduction sentences from these different agents. And if you use Slack on a daily basis, like I do, it's very, very easy to kind of understand the whole UI here. Now, just to give you a quick little walkthrough of how Slack looks like, well, you have your channels, you have your direct messages with people, you have your external messages as well. On the top left, you have threads, you have huddles, you have drafts that you're about to send. And over here on the left, these are just quick links to these different things. So DMs, notifications, files. Pretty simple. This is just the basics. And in Buzz, it's even more simple. I would say you just have channels. You have inbox, which is like the notifications. You have agents, which I'm going to go into in a sec. And over here, you have your profile and you can click on settings. And this is where you can kind of customize different things. Now, before we go into the settings, I want to go back to the app and I want to actually go to the agents. So by default, you're going to start with these three. I created these three in a test. And by the way, guys, if you're interested in testing out these tools together with me, I actually have a great school community. You can check it out down in the description below. We get together every single weekday at around 3 p.m. Eastern time, and you can join me, chat with me, and go through these like workflows with me at the same time. And if we scroll down here, we actually have agent teams, which, as you can imagine, you create your separate agents and then you can kind of put them in together into one team, right? You can make a content team, research team, a wireframe team, you name it. So I'm going to start off by creating a new agent. So we can click on new agent over here, click on create from scratch. But actually, before we click on create from scratch, let's see what these other ones have in store for us. So choose from catalog. You can basically see just the 3 different agents that Buzz provides you with. And I have a feeling that as more people start using this, as this gets more normalized, I think that there's going to be more agents in the catalog coming soon. But let's go ahead and create one from scratch. And before we start giving the agent an image and the name and the instructions, what's interesting is that you can actually choose the agent type, right? So we have, for example, Codex, Cursor, Open Code, Claude Code. You can integrate Kimi Code, OpenClaw, Grok. In this case, we can choose Claude Code. We can choose a model if we wanted to only answer using Fable 5 or the Opus models. And then we can go ahead and collapse this advanced setting toggle. And who can talk to this agent? Well, you can select only me, or you can click on anyone And when you click on anyone, you can invite anyone from your team to join your community and they can talk to your agent, which is pretty cool. And so right now I want to just create a random agent that we can talk to just to kind of show you all how this works. I don't really have one in mind, but I want to use Clicky to help me brainstorm. And if you don't know Clicky, this is Clicky. Check them out. They have a very awesome onboarding experience, very generous free plan. I do have a 50% discount code that you can check out below. And I can click control option. Hey, Clicky, what's up? I'm trying to create an agent to kind of test with here in Buzz. And I need an agent name. I need agent instructions. I need the instructions to be max 2 sentences long. I just need something to test with. It doesn't have to be something fancy. Eventually, we're going to add MCPs and stuff, but it just has to be something. And basically, we can just create this random agent with these random agent instructions just to help us respond briefly and confirm that they've received messages, really random. So let's click on Save Changes. And then we can go back to this channel and we can click on Channel Members and we can add someone. So let's add him, add Jeff, or just clicking Jeff, click on Add, and then we can just tag him, hey, Jeff, are you okay? So it's seeing something, it's writing something. And then down here, you can view the activity. So if you want to actually read more, you can click on this. This is the amount of tokens that it used, the commands available because it's connected to Claude Code. And it says, okay, I'm Jeff, message received. So it's doing its job correctly. And if you've watched my previous YouTube videos, you can see that I've done videos on Blender MCP. I use things like Mobbin MCP to look for inspiration. I use things like Convex to create backends. And usually when I'm working on a new project, what I do is I always start with a new folder and I have to start off with a new chat and say something like use the Reloom MCP to help me look for real estate websites. And I have to choose the model, so Opus 5, make sure that the permissions are bypassed. And then slowly we get our different screens from the Mobbin MCP in this chat. But the problem is that now we have to go to Cursor because that's where we're actually building out the site for this real estate company, so to say. And it's going to be a pain in the butt to bring in the context from this conversation to over there. So that's where I can create a new agent, create it from scratch, choose Cursor instead of Claude Code. And let's say that I'm actually building a website in Cursor, which I am. It's this one right here. It's called Prompt Hive. And it's basically like a directory of all of the different MCPs that I talk about in this channel and workflows. It's kind of like a diary website for my own YouTube. And by the way, if you guys want to help me with this project, if you want to, I specifically need people that can create really cool visuals for this site. Feel free to comment or DM me on Discord or on School. But we can take this project and I can create a new agent. We can call it Prompt Hive Builder. And then we can add some type of agent instruction. Then we can click on Create Agent and boom, we have that over here. And I also created this Mobbin agent before that helps me look for inspiration using the Mobbin MCP. And now what we can do is we can scroll down to teams and click on Create a New Team. Create one from scratch. Let's choose these two just to start off with. And let's call this one Website Squad and click on Create Team. And now what I can do is I can go back to this little welcome channel and I can add and select this Website Squad. And I can say something like, hey, each one give me a sentence about this project. And Mobbin, how can we improve it? We have one person that is kind of working. And as you can see down here, it's the Prompt Hive one. Now we have two at the same time. We can click on View Activity to see what they're doing. And similar to Claude Code, we have like the usage tokens and we have the kind of the workflow of what each one is doing. So we have step 1, step 2. Now it's reading the channel. And so we can see Prompt Hive Builder, this first agent is the one that gives the first reply. This is the one sentence about this specific project. And now basically Mobbin gives a good list of different sections that it found in the actual Mobbin library based on how our project can be improved. So I can, for example, click on one of these and we get this inspirational video from my mind from how their dashboard looks like. Looks pretty good. Again, Mobbin doing its job inside of Buzz. And to be honest, it would be incredibly awesome if Buzz had some sort of browser over here on the right side, similar to what something like Cursor or Claude Code already has. So you can basically run a project to your local host, and then you can open that local host link up over here on the right side. Or you can open up things like google.com, any website really. Wouldn't that be great if Buzz had that as well? And you can talk to your agents while searching the web. And now another thing that I want to do, instead of having everything in the welcome chat or welcome channel, I can create a new channel and we can call it like website channel. Click on create channel website. And you can give it a description if you wanted to, then click on create channel. And you can add your agents by going up here and again, like manually typing it, or you can click over here and just choose the agents that you want. So we can let's bring in these 4, click on add 4 agents. And we can ask questions since, for example, Fizz is connected to my Claude Code account. It can view all of the different MCPs. It can view all of the different products that I've been working on. So I can ask it like, what MCPs can we use? And so we have a good list of all of the different MCPs that I actually have connected to my Claude Code accounts. So for example, Excalidraw might be something nice. And so I can say, hey, prompt type builder, which is the agent that we created, tell Fizz about the prompt type website, which is the website that I'm building. And Fizz, please create an Excalidraw diagram of the sitemap. And so now we got both of them working at the same time. So again, the cursor agent and the Claude Code agent working at the same time, talking to each other. And so this agent obviously has all the access to the code for that prompt hive project. So has all of the different pages that I've been working on, right? And it's giving the sitemap as a diagram to this other agent. Go for it on the Excalidraw diagram. Ping me if you want any route or grouping clarified. And then we have Fizz kind of creating the diagram down here with that Excalidraw MCP. And now our other agent Fizz is done. And I'm actually going to open up the browser on the right side. Like I said before, I would love for this to somehow have a browser in the future. But let's go ahead and open up this link. And this is what we get in one shot. We get the full diagram, but obviously no text, which kind of sucks. But we get the description of how this diagram is supposed to work. Like also, we have the kind of like the description over here. I'm imagining that this is like the admin panel down here. And then these are all of the different other kind of branches over here. And now yesterday I explored this MCP called BYQ. So the BYQ MCP. And I'll link it down below if you guys want to check it out. But it's an extensive library of different components that you can use. And with this MCP, you can basically like have access to all of these. And I can go ahead back to this chat and say, like, tag Mr. Fizz over here. Do you have access to the BYQ MCP? It says it doesn't have access. So whenever you want to add an MCP, you want to do that directly inside of Claude Code or Cursor, whatever this agent is connected to. So I'm going to go down here to where it says MCP. And in order to create an MCP, you have to create it like an MCP key, which is kind of like an API key. And then basically copy this and paste this into Claude Code or the Claude app. Or you can just click on this Claude app tab and copy this remote MCP server URL. Then you want to go into your connectors and you want to add a new custom connector. We're going to call this one BYQ. We're going to paste in this remote server URL, click on add. Now we should have that. We can connect it. We have to authenticate ourselves with our account. And you obviously need the paid account for this to work. And now that's working, I'm just going to set this to always allow. And then I'm just going to write Fizz. How about now? It says still no BYQ, so it still doesn't see it. So what I usually do here, or what I've seen that works, is I go to the settings, and then under agents, what you can do is you can scroll down here and you can stop Fizz, and then you can go back here, and then you can like summon him again by just, tagging him. Fizz, can you see the BYQ MCP? All right, and now it says, yes, the BYQ MCP is connected and I can see it. And so over here on the right side, I actually have MagicPath open, which is basically like a canvas. It's like Figma for Cursor or like for Claude Code. So instead of having to open up separate local hosts, you can basically paste all of your designs or your code in here, and you see it all in like one infinite canvas. So I'm going to click on connect agent, and let's choose this documentation. You can connect this, copy this, and add this to Claude Code. I'm just going to ask Fizz, hey, at Fizz, you connected to MagicPath. And so it says, yeah, it says that it's not connected via an MCP, but it is connected via skill, which is exactly what we want. And I can ask it, hey, can you see the current project that I have open? And again, you want to tag Fizz, and it says, yes, you can see it. I actually have two projects open. I want to use this one actually. So I can open it up. This is the project name. I'm just going to copy it and I'm going to tell it to work in this one. And so this here is a more complicated prompt. But basically what I'm saying is that I'm pointing to the prompt type builder, which is this little laptop agent that knows everything about the website that I'm building because it's connected to Cursor. And I wanted to tell Fizz exactly what the blog page consists of in this prompt type website. And I want you, Fizz, to redesign the blog page using BYQ components with the BYQ MCP that we were talking about earlier, and keep the design consistent with the current design in terms of color and branding of the current design that it's in Cursor, and then paste the design into this MagicPath file that's over here on the right. So let's go ahead and submit this mega prompt. And now what's cool, while this loads is that whenever you select one of these agents, you basically have this like long thread of all of the different things that it's been doing. So whenever you want to, for example, export this agent or share it with someone else, like for example, here we're exporting Fizz, you can export the agent only or export the agent with all of its memories, which is pretty interesting as well. So just to kind of like keep that in mind. And so the prompt type builder tells the other agent exactly what the blog page is about, what it consists of. So brand design system, we have all of these different tokens. Global Chrome, we have the blog page, two surfaces, what it consists of in terms of like layouts and sections. And then we have Fizz, which read the whole message, understands it. I've got the exact blog spec from the prompt type builder. Perfect. So now it's going to pull some components, blog components from BYQ, and you can like find the different categories that might be interesting for this blog, right? This takes time. Obviously, that's why we would want an agent to kind of brainstorm for us. But again, you can come here manually and say, hey, I really like this hero section for our blog page. Let's bring this, you can tell literally the Fizz agent, I want the hero with video background by Franco, right? And it'll exactly know which one you're talking about and implement it. But anyways, look, we got Claude Code creating the design inside of MagicPath via Fizz. So it found the different components. So a featured article card, a 3-up cover, under a clean editorial blog header, then recolor everything to the prompt type monochrome system, pure black, white opacity ladder. So really interesting to see how the outcome eventually looks like. And boom, look at this. We have now, like, this is crazy. This is our blog collection page. We have this new section where we can read more about these different blogs, and I can see that it's using the exact same like side nav, which is crazy. But obviously these images are still empty. Luckily, I created this Higgsfield agent to help us with that. So I can again go over here to this create agent tab, and Higgsfield is already in because I added him from before. So we can go to this thread and I can tag both Higgsfield and Fizz. And so another kind of mega prompt, Fizz, this is great, but the images are empty. Let's describe what these images should look like to Higgsfield so that Higgsfield can generate the images. And then Fizz, you just take these images that Higgsfield generates and update them onto the empty image spaces in the design in MagicPath. So let's go ahead, submit this. Now we have Fizz obviously trying to describe what these images look like to our new agent here, Higgsfield, who is also joining the chat. And so it says, all right, Higgsfield, here are 7 cover images to generate. So we have kind of like a design direction. We have the 7 images, the different prompts, and now the Higgsfield agent is working. And so Higgsfield generates these 7 different images. And so now Fizz has been summoned to replace the images over here in the design that it created. And now the Fizz agent, which is running via Claude Code, is going to update our designs over here in our canvas, in our MagicPath canvas. And voila, we get our images now. Same consistent style. This is the power of using Higgsfield in our new blog design over here on the right side. And so this is just like a really cool example of how you can combine these different agents that are connected to Cursor, connected to Claude Code, connected to Codex, whatever it is, in one chat, building on one project, so you don't have to go back and forth here and there. So yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think about this workflow down in the comments below. Again, if you want to join me discovering these workflows, these new types of workflows, feel free to join my community. I'll also link that down below. And guys, if you like these workflows, feel free to subscribe so you can get the latest and greatest as much as I can every single week. And like always, thank you all so much for watching. Hope to see you next time. Goodbye.